Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ ice rink here in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia. I'm Warren Joey. We're on traditional land for the iceHQ Women's Pro League Round 3, Game 3 between the Snipers in the blue and red and the Dogs, the Reservoir Dogs, in the black with the green and sort of bluish stripes, and they are the visiting team tonight. It is the third time these two teams have met this season. In round 1, the Dogs won 7-0. In round 2, the Dogs won 7-2. So 14 goals the Dogs have scored against the Snipers in the first 2 games of this season. A commanding lead, you might say, and on form, it'd be difficult to suggest that the Snipers would have much of a chance. But we'll get onto that in just a moment. For the Snipers, Sarah Dash and Minram Young have been amazing, but they're yet to tickle the twine. The team with just 5 goals so far throughout the season. They need to start really piling on the pressure and get the simple stuff happening, getting shots and rebounds and pressure in the slot. They've been doing that, but have had no puck luck at all so far this season. That might just change a little bit for them tonight. There's a lot resting too for the Snipers on Justin Kulak's shoulders to score some and get past the very tough Dogs defence, which has been almost impervious throughout this season. Steph Conlon too has been absolutely ferocious. She plays on the raggedy edge of the contact rules and raises everyone's heart rate. Certainly us here in the commentary box when she's on the ice is fantastic to watch. She has the ideal blend of skill, intensity and size and is absolutely dynamic. And she has scored throughout this season, one absolutely brilliant goal on on the end of a power play and stealing an empty netter. B4, she will make a difference tonight for the Snipers. She's here, and when she lifts the game, she is an absolute game changer of a player. But they do have to fix their defence, the Snipers. They've given 14 goals away against the Dogs in 2 games. But there's more to the story. The Dogs, they've played 5 goals, won 5, and they're plus 19. They're undefeated. But Danny Butler was away the last Dogs game, and tonight and possibly next week as well, but she'll be back for the finals. And the difference that Danny Butler makes. She's the number 1 goal scorer in the league by lots. She's got 15 points, 10 goals in 4 games. That's an enormous scoring potential, scoring amount for the Dogs. Shana Godfrey's the second highest goal scorer, but without the double-pronged attack, Inferno 2 weeks ago kept the Dogs to a one goal game, and it was only just a 1-0 game that the game was played 2 weeks ago between the Inferno and the Dogs. So the Dogs without Danny Butler tonight, it's a different team. Can they score? Is there the chance that the Snipers may well have? The Dogs' defence, however, it's almost impervious. You've got Nev Gallagher providing a great anchor, and Marnie Pullen skating around and providing opportunities to score goals, and she's got a couple this season. And it's been a breakout season too for Bri Johnson, who has been simply superb, and the dependable rock down back of Julia Tran, who has also been outstanding. In the goals, Kayla Best has got a .971 goal scoring average, which is outstanding. She's had just the 3 goals scored against her, and also Taylor Lester. Looks like Lester is in the net tonight for the Dogs to start off, and she is no second bet either. She's on .921 from 2 games as well. No wonder no one's been able to beat them. Can't help to feel tonight, though, that it could be the Snipers' big chance to lock the Dogs up and score a win. We'll see. We're about to get underway. Godfrey takes the face-off win back to the Dogs' defence, and it's played up through the half-boards and straight away an attacking opportunity for them. They're going back to pick it up for the Snipers' Kulak, but it comes across the front. Now battling into the corner. Georgia Moore tries to play it out. Just loses the puck behind her briefly, and the Snipers just being pressed by Tara Baker. But the puck comes up now through Yang. Minram Yang gets the puck across. B4 playing forward tonight for the Snipers. Can she make a difference as the Dogs go back in defence? Just a clever little play to break it out. Looking for Godfrey up the middle. There's a good move now coming across, and it's Baker who winds and shoots. Goes just wide of the net and picked up now by the Snipers, but Godfrey gets it onto a forehand backhand. She's surrounded by Snipers' defence, so can't quite do anything much with it. Putting the puck back in there, Bri Johnson, puck deep into the corner, and the Snipers will look to break it out once more through Sarah Dash. Dash pressed tightly. She's been electric throughout this season. She get the puck in the net for the Snipers. That's what they desperately need to have happen. Stuck on the half-boards at the moment. Dash now once more with the puck ducking and weaving, and the Snipers clear the puck out of the zone. Dogs taking a change, going back now to get the puck. Bri Johnson for the Dogs. She looks up and she's got plenty of space as the Snipers changing as well. Gets the puck across as far as Agrathabal. But Agrathabal beaten to it by Harvey. And the puck goes deep into the corner now for the Dogs, rimming it around the back of the net, trying to play up through the side. They've got Cameron floating around high. Cameron scored a fantastic goal last week for the Dogs. from Shana Godfrey. Beautiful little play across the net. But that's last week. As keeping the puck in now was Harvey once more. Puck behind the net for the Dogs. Have been stuck in their defensive zone for a little while. Brian Johnson tries to break it out. Still stuck in, and now they're with a chance. They get the puck out through Cameron. And she's got Cochrane, who is blasting down into the corner, trying to get the puck up. Looks in the slot, looking for Cameron. Finds her. Not quite. There's too many snipers in the way. And the opportunity was certainly there as Cameron and Godfrey circling around in the slot for the Dogs as the battle in the corner going between Steph Cochrane and what looks like Raimondo. Now breaking it out. Harvey clears the puck up ice, but only gets it as far as Neve Gallagher looking up the ice, trying to find some passing lane. She's been well covered and didn't manage to get the pass out that she would have liked. It's come across to Raimondo, who skates in and gets hurried down into the corner. She's looking for passing lane. She's got B4 circling around looking as an option. B comes in to try and pick up the puck and does. DeFore has Howe in the slot. Couldn't get the puck across to her. Howe still totally unmarked in the slot with now the Dogs pick her up as the puck caught in that little battle, and it is Godfrey who clears the puck out of the zone. Finds Cameron. Cameron hands it off to Godfrey. Godfrey had Agra Tharbel, my apologies, and it's just played back up the puck, back up the ice, but driven down into the corner, going now to pick it up Ryland. Ryland sweeps it round the back, a nice little backhander, finds Howe. However, and Godfrey just turns around, gets around to four. She's still stuck on her backhand. Can she get across in the forehand? She swivels around. She's trying to find Agra Tharbel. Doesn't quite make it, but instead it's a shot from a distance. It bounces off feet from Pullen. Pullen scored a goal a couple of weeks ago that was a ripper from almost that exact position. Snipers, two players stuck behind the net, but now they break it out through Dash. Dash gets pushed hard, but still with the puck, going around the back of the net. She's got an option now in Minram Yang, who's skating up the far side. She hasn't seen her yet. DeFore now with the puck, tries to get it across to Yang. Yang gets it just onto a forehand, but it goes wide of the net. DeFore now looking to play it across, and it is tied up by the Dogs behind the net. It's DeFore once more with the puck, trying to find someone loose in the slot. She's got Sarah Dash floating around with a stick on the ice. Gets the puck, gets across to Dash from Minrang. And a fair bit of pressure there on the Dogs goaltender in of the goal. And the Dogs desperately trying to get the puck out. They haven't been able to at the moment. Agra Tharbel, they're stuck on the press. And the Snipers have drawn the first goal. It gets past Taylor Lester. A bit of messy play there in the corner. The Dogs couldn't clear the puck out. We'll see it on the replay. Not exactly sure how that one went in. But suffice to say that it did. We'll get that replay in just a moment. Be able to tell you who got the goal. It looks like it was B4. You can see Lester circling around. There's plenty of numbers there, but DeFore just gets a puck on a nice little deflection. It looked like it was going across the front of the net. And DeFore just redirected it, so it went into the net instead. And the Snipers with the first lead of the game. Unexpected, but we did suggest that it might be their chance today, and they are certainly showing that when they've got the right players on the ice, they can be very competitive indeed. B4 taking her first goal of the season. The puck dumped all the way in deep by the Snipers, but the referee waves off the icing as Johnson tries to play it out, being hassled by Jackwitz. Jackwitz uses size and momentum to push Tran out of the way. Puck loose in front of the net again. Leicester struggling desperately to cover up that net as the Snipers play it up to the point, back in deep to the corner. We've got a little bit of play. Just fanning on the shot there was Raimondo. She had a good opportunity, but couldn't quite get onto it. My apologies. Sorry, that was Jasmine Mayer, who was loose in the slot, who just fanned on the shot, but she's loose again. Just cycling around with a stick on the ice waiting, and now she just blasts back up the ice to cover it all up as the puck comes out as far as Grigolanis, who's circling around. Now Godfrey on the blue line waiting for the pass. Godfrey will just sneak in behind the Snipers' defence. You can see she's just cutting across the back of the net. She ends up with the puck, and she'll look to play it up to Johnson, but doesn't. She goes herself, does Godfrey, and the puck comes across in front of the net, but is played out, but only as far as Georgia Moore, who now clears the puck out of the zone for the Snipers. Georgia Moore, one of the most experienced and talented players in the country. You see her very rarely make a defensive error. She's got a greatly timed poke check as the Dogs now playing it up, finding Cameron. Cameron mishandles it just a little bit and runs into a wall of Snipers. And it's Minram Yang now who's got the puck and looking for room. Feet absolutely charging. Blasts past B4. Goes into the corner looking for a passing option. DeFore circling around and has that chance again to get another one. Plays it across the front of the net. And the Snipers just a little bit wide of the net. Another chance now for them. Into four, plays it up to Yang, who shoots and scores! Minrang Yang from the B4, and the Snipers have a 2-0 lead with 11 minutes to go in the first. This is the big chance for the Snipers, and they are taking full advantage of it. What a beautiful pass. B4 found Minra Yang clear in the slot, who just one-timed it beautifully into the net, and Taylor Lester, all she could do was watch it go flying past. It was such a beautifully timed shot right on that post. Outstanding play there by the Snipers to give them a 2-0 lead early in the first. Going back now to pick up the puck for them. Harvey looking up the ice, finds Minram again. Minram finds Dash, who plays it across, but only as far as Cochrane, who dumps the puck in. And going back to pick it up for the Snipers is Raimondo. Raimondo finds Minram again, but just keeping the puck in nicely there in the corner there. Marty pulling. And now it's battling behind the net is Cochrane, trying to find Cameron in front of the net. Cameron circling around, but DeFore taking care of that threat. Pollen just gets beaten by Minram Yang, and going back to clean it up for the Dogs on an icing was Taylor Nelson. So the Snipers have iced the puck. If you're not familiar with the rule, if you play the puck from your own half of the ice, so your side of the red line in the middle, and it crosses the goal line at the other end without anyone touching it, it's brought back for an icing. Doesn't sound like too much of a big deal, but the sting in the tail is you're not allowed to get a change. So the players will now be a little bit fatigued. The Dogs getting a change, the Snipers with tie legs. The Dogs stacking it. They have thrown some power forwards on to try and get that one back. They won't be liking being down by 2-0. They're circling around behind the net now. The Dogs up to the point. Just a little bit of a stumble. Puck goes back into the corner through Baker, who tries to find some space in the front. There's a bit of a battle going on, but there's so many blue bodies. They managed to clear the puck out of the zone, so now the Dogs will all have to retreat. The puck played in, but only as far as B4, and the Dogs are ruled offside. And we will have a face-off just outside the defensive zone for the Snipers. Godfrey will be taking this one. Should be pretty keen to get that one back. Facing off against Danny Howe. It's an indeterminate face-off there. No one really winning it. And just playing it up the ice was Jackwitz, trying to find Mayer, and does. Mayer puts it in deep in the corner. Jackwitz going in to try and put some pressure on Pullen. Pullen manages to win that little tussle, and the puck comes, however, back to her. She'll look to plays a backhand up the ice, but it bounces off the netting, and we will have a stoppage. Looked like she was going to play a forehand and rim it around the net, rim it around behind the net, but instead she went for backhand, and it's been chipped up, and it hits the netting, and so we will have a stoppage. This is one that Shana Godfrey will desperately have to win this. She wants to win it cleanly, and does, but only as far as Jackwitz, but the Dogs punch it through. Firing from the distance was Georgia Moore. Put a lot on it, but it went wide. Now it's with a bit of room, time and space. The Dogs are coming as 3-on-3, taking it wide. Yates, she's got Godfrey skating up the middle, finds her. Godfrey back and forward, tries to five-hole, but it's closed. Nice save there, Gargano. Puck now deep in the corner. Sorry, not Gargano, that was Jade Davis-Tope making that save, and it was a beauty. Anyhow, now playing the puck in, but the Dogs will get a chance to clean it up out of the corner as the Snipers get a change. Just lost in the corner at the moment. A little bit of a battle. B4 on the ice, always a threat. She has been a game changer so far. A hand in both of the goals, scoring one and assisting the other. As the puck rims around the back again for the Dogs. They're pretty keen to get the puck out of the zone. They're not able to. It comes across to B4 in front of the net, but she's being very tightly marked. Godfrey now trying to circle around and take the puck away. Looking up high now, the Dogs. They've got some room. Godfrey circling up front, and the stretch pass finds her. Gets pound one, and it's Cochrane who bounces the puck off the front of Davis-Tope. Very, very close there indeed. Cochrane just missed it. Godfrey with another chance. She's got Agra Tharbel circling around. Sorry, that's Marnie Pullen who circles around the back of the net. Just losing her footing there was Cochrane. And here comes the Snipers the other way. Rapid turnaround, but just beaten on the pinch by Taylor Nelson. Yang dumps it in deep. That might just go for icing. No, the referee's wave it off. Going back to pick it up now, Julia Tran. A rock of defence for the Dogs. Does the right thing, plays it smartly up the boards, but only as far as the Snipers through the neutral zone, who chip it back in through Danny Howe. There's too many Dogs back for her, though, at the moment. Agra Tharbel looking to circle around. Plays it off the backhand to a player under pressure in Briar Johnson, but Johnson does the right thing. Finds Agra Tharbel now, who's trying to chip it up past Jackwitz, but Jackwitz battles around, and now it is Ryland who fires it in. The save made by Taylor. And now back up to Georgia Moore, who goes in to try and dig the puck out. Can she get a shot? No, the puck comes out. Luckily for the Snipers, it's just touched by Jackwitz. They had Agrathabal coming at a rate of knots, the Dogs, but they couldn't do anything with it. And nice forechecking pressure by the Snipers. Comes back to Johnson, who's looking for options. She's looking for a player circling around up high. She goes herself, not enough forechecking pressure on it. She blasts through. Johnson has the puck lost at her feet. Baker going in now to try and do something constructive with it. Looks up ice for passing lanes. She does have Grigolanus circling around with her and helping. And Godfrey too circling through the middle of the neutral zone, the middle of the offensive zone, trying to create opportunities with Baker. But if the Snipers can clear it out now. They've got plenty of D back though. They've got pretty handy defensive players taking care of things. But now it is Sarah Dash, who's got a bit of room. She's got to get around Gallagher. Gallagher does a great job of just holding position. Puck comes across the front. No one there for the Snipers as Grigolanus picks it up for the Dogs. And they're playing it out now, trying to get past the aggressive forecheck of the Snipers. 2-0 the lead with 5 minutes to go in the first. B4 going in to put in some more forechecking pressure. We've normally seen B playing D, but she's been very effective as a forward in this game. Sarah Dash now with the puck. Just digs it back to DeFore, but DeFore can't handle it. And it goes back through to the Dogs' defence. And the puck will just make it outside of the zone. And unfortunately for the Snipers, not quite able to keep the puck in there was Isabella Raimondo. And so they're all offside, and she then played the puck on the other side of the line. If the puck comes out of the offensive zone, it crosses that blue line, all of the attacking players have to leave before anyone is allowed back in. And you can't play the puck on the wrong side of the line. So that's why the offside has been called. Facing off now just outside the defensive zone for the Dogs, and they win it cleanly. Gallagher going back to pick it up for the Dogs. She plays around the back of the net looking for options. Great forecheck though of Snipers. They're all over the place. They are absolutely everywhere, but they managed to clear it out, the Dogs. Raimondo now goes to pick it up for the Snipers. She's got a lot of forechecking pressure on it, loses possession through Cameron. Now the back of the net now battling for possession was Jasmine Mann. The puck comes around the back to Cochrane, who's looking for Gallagher, finds her beautifully. Gallagher winds, shoots from a distance, it goes up high, bounces off Jade's helmet. She manages to get some body in the way. Pretty lucky there, you'd have to say, that it just deflected into her head. Not that you necessarily want a puck hitting you in the head, but it is protected by a helmet. And blasting in now is Danny Howe, who takes a shot, but Lester makes the save, coming out with the puck now on a fast break. But running into themselves, unfortunately, there was Taylor Nelson. Just ran into one of her own teammates, and it's Gallagher now who plays it up ice. Finds Cochrane, but Cochrane's surrounded by 3 Snipers. Georgia Moore gets a foot tangled up in something. No trip called. And it's Cameron now trying to play the puck up the ice. Gets a change. She finds Godfrey, but Godfrey's surrounded by 4, including B4. And B takes the puck off her nicely. She's looking for Dash, who gets the puck and looking for passing option back in. Tries to find B4 again. Just about gets a deflection on it. Dancing around the back of the net, Minran. Minran chips it up high, tries to get it over the top. And Taylor Lester makes the save. With 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first, it is a Snipers 2. The Dogs yet to score. And B4 with 1 and an assist on the second one to Minran Yang, which was an absolute beauty of a one-timer. This is a face-off that the Dogs need to win. Sarah Dash would like to turn it into a scoring opportunity, but it goes neutrally into the corner. Playing it around the back is Godfrey looking for an option. She's looking up ice, but hasn't got much. She's got Baker on the stretch, but not moving quick enough to really be an option. She's got a bit of room now, but running into Georgia Moore was Godfrey, but winding from a distance was Pullen. Grigolanus, my apologies. And it's Godfrey now just being very tightly marked by the Snipers' defence. Just caught behind the back of the net and taking a little bit of a tumble was Baker. Or was it Cameron? Was it? No, it was Baker. And breaking it out now is DeFore, who tries to find Dash and does. Dash with a little bit of room, gets past Godfrey. DeFore goes backhand, moves around onto her forehand. She's got Dash high as well, skating into Jackwitz, but none of them could get onto it. And now it is Mayer who flings it in deep. Going now to pick it up is Jackwitz, who has not much in the way of a passing option at the moment, so puts it across in front of the net, but it is picked up nicely by Marion, who plays it up ice, but only as far as Raimondo, who now has all the time and space in the world. The Dogs getting a change. Cameron coming over to put some pressure on it, just enough to force a not perfect pass to Jackwitz, who will probably be looking to get a change herself. Puck going behind the net now for the Dogs, and it is Nev Gallagher, but Nev pressured a lot by energetic snipers who are absolutely on their toes tonight. Raimondo going back to pick it up, looking to pass it across, looking for Harvey. It chooses not to, instead just aggressive forecheck by Cochrane, who just forces a pass around the back. But they don't keep it out. They don't manage to get it out of the zone, the snipers. The Dogs keep it in through Gallagher, but now it's out. Blasting in to try and pick it up. A little collision there between Johnson and Jackwitz. Johnson taking the better part of that battle. Gets the puck into the corner. Hasn't got any options in the slot at the moment. She does have Agrathabel cutting across, but not close enough. And, lost in the corner now. 40 seconds to go in the first. Can the snipers break it out? They've got Pullen now, who fires it in from a distance. Just bounces off the back of the net. We know Pullen's got a great shot on her. She has scored one so far this season already. Raimondo now tries to chip it up the boards and break it out, and it is cleared out of the zone by Mayer. But the Dogs now with one more opportunity to try and come in through Johnson, who gets around two of the Snipers' defence, but can't do anything more with it. They've got Cameron up high on the point, who's calling for it. Puck comes out to Cameron. She takes a wind, just gets a forecheck beautifully there and loses possession of the puck on the deflection. Great play there by Carly Harvey, who just shut that one down. And at the end of the first, what a period. Snipers 2, Dogs 0. Didn't see that one coming if you've been looking at the form guides, but the Dogs without Danny Butler are a different team, that's for sure, and the Snipers with B4, who is absolutely firing. She scored the first one from Dash, and in the second one, Minran Yang received an absolutely perfect one-timer pass from Defoe and Dash. So although Dash hasn't yet scored a goal this season, she's got 2 assists so far through this period. Shots on the net, 9 to the Snipers, 4 to the Dogs. Not what the Dogs are used to. This is equal to the biggest score they've had against them throughout the entire series. What can they do to pick it up? They're going to need to find a way to clear the puck out quickly. The Snipers forecheck, very aggressive, putting a lot of pressure on them and holding them in deep, not giving them much in the way of options to get out cleanly. And that's where they're really missing that breakout speed of Johnson. Godfrey's been threatening on a couple of occasions and made some good chances. Combining with Baker has been effective, but not as effective as they need, and they haven't generated any really good scoring opportunities yet. Although one good one that Davis Tope managed to get in front of did manage to just bounce off a helmet from a little bit of confusion in front of the net, but Tope managed to get something in the way, and that's what matters, and so it didn't go into the net. The scoreboard untroubled so far by the Dogs at the end of the first. It was 2-0 lead to the Snipers. Not too much longer to go on the intermission before we are into the second period. This will certainly shake things up a little bit. We did suggest that at the start of the game, this was the Snipers' chance. The Dogs without that number one goal scorer in Danny Butler. And we know how devastating she can be when she gets going. It just gives their attack a few more prongs and a bit more teeth. And that's what was missing last week for the Dogs as well. They only managed the one against a very energised, so not a week, fortnight ago, they only managed one against a very energised Inferno. And this time we have Godfrey facing off against Dash once more. Dash has been an absolute revelation throughout this series, but as yet has not been able to score a goal. But today she's got 2 points. Just chips it past Godfrey. So you'd have to say that she probably won that face-off. Defoe now just trying to play it across, finds Dash across the front. But in the way was Taylor Nelson. Georgia Moore with a nice pinch, but the puck goes deep now. Godfrey with a bit of a chance, but it's watched calmly into the corner by Davis Tope. And it will go for an icing. The puck will be brought all the way back. It's a nice face-off play there by Dash. She just put it across looking for Defoe, who was a planned move there by the look of it. I think they'd already spoken about that. And look at this, what's happening with this face-off set-off. You've got Defoe for the Snipers, looking to get in quickly on the net, and Dash probably going to play it back, and does. Finds Minram. Now Dash tries to get a backhand on it, tries to get it past anyone that she can. Minran Yang putting a lot of pressure on the Dogs, but clearing it out almost was Cameron. But Yang places it back to Dash, but Dash was blocked by Godfrey. And the puck now lost in everyone's feet. Players flying all over the place. Cameron now with a chance for the Dogs. She breaks it out with a bit of speed. She's got a little bit of room in front of her, tries to go wide, just not able to quite get enough on the puck. It did go across the front of the net. Godfrey not able to quite get on it. It was a bit random. But the Dogs now in Pollen just trying to break it out. It's got Jasmine Mayer putting a lot of pressure on Pollen. Good forechecking pressure by the Snipers, and they keep it in. Dash keeping it in, but Cameron clearing it out nicely as Cochrane dumps it up the boards, finds Paige Cameron again, but it's lost on the half boards at the moment. The puck will come down the back of the net and will be cleaned up by the Snipers as there's a little of a tussle in the corner, but here come the Snipers on the rush, and it's Dash looking for Jackwitz. Jackwitz just sticking a puck, stick out there and waiting for it, but too much back-checking pressure there by Bri Johnson, who did a great job of shutting that one down. Now Johnson with a puck at her feet, just taking a bit of a tumble there was the Dogs' defence, but they'll look to play it up now, just trying to break the puck out of the zone. Here's Johnson once more, who's been in just about every play for the Dogs. The Dogs, Johnson now going in deep, but she's got some cover back for it. But the Snipers through Minran Yang managed to get something on it. Sorry, Minran, that was a goal to the Snipers, to the Dogs. And it looks like Godfrey's got that one. Puck's come high. Godfrey's just got a backhand from a rebound off the front of Davis Tope. No, sorry, that was Baker. So Baker picked up the crumbs on that one. It's the benefit of getting shots on the net and being there to pick up the rebounds, and sometimes they just land in the right place. And all you got to do is just shove the puck in the net, and there we go. We have a 2-1 game. Dogs 1, Snipers 2. 15 minutes to go in at the second. So the Dogs on the board, breaking that first bit of hoodoo, and Dash now for the Snipers. Chips it up, looking for Defour and finds it. Defour manages to get past Tran. Puck now deep in the corner. Defour and Dash teaming up very, very well indeed. And Raimundo now on the point for the Snipers. Puts it back in. Dash finds Defour. Defour tries to get it across the front. There's a bit of a scrum in front of the goalmouth, but Taylor Lester has it safe. And no goal to the Snipers. 2-1 the lead at the moment to the Snipers. 14 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this second period. The Dogs have been a bit more aggressive this second period. They're doing what they needed to do. They've picked up the intensity a little bit. Realise they can't take the Snipers for granted. The last 2 scores for the games they played are not reflective of what's happening today. That is for sure. Georgia Moore on the blue line saying, no, I don't want it. She's being well marked and covered by Grigolanis. She knows that she's not the option. Grigolanis keeping a very close eye there on Georgia Moore. She knows she's got a cannon. Dash skating around. Now Moore pinches in. Just keeping Grigolanis honest. Going back now to pick it up, Minram. Minram looking to get it across the front to Dash. Georgia Moore pinches in, just goes around everyone. Plays it back up to Yang, who fires it back into the corner. And now it is Moore once more deep into the corner, looking to get it up to Defour, perhaps, who is loose in the slot. So too Dash, but it's pushed out into the corner by the Dogs, who look to break it out in a hurry, and they find Baker. But Baker's being pressed by 3 Snipers, and the puck's taken away from her very nicely indeed by the Snipers' back-checking defence. And now playing it out to 4, finds Dash, but it was blasted back in by Marnie Pollen, who just reminds Dash that this is not quite full contact hockey, but I'm not going to let you get away with everything. Yang now with speed comes in. She's got room. She's got to get around Gallagher. So slugging around in front of the knot sneakily there was Jasmine Mayer, but the pass didn't make it across, dumping in deep for the Dogs' Grigolanis. But it will be icing. She hadn't quite crossed the red line, so they'll be brought back. And the referee there, Mark Farello, standing in front of the bench for the Dogs, saying, no, you are not getting a change. Stay on the ice, please. And they'll be brought back for a defensive zone face-off. Rim Yang showing an awful lot of energy and pace in this game. And the intensity that she brings to this team is outstanding, and it's great to see too the difference that B4 being on the ice and obviously in good form is making to this team. The puck will now go into the corner, and just breaking it out now will be Pullen. Pullen with a little bit of room now, gets across the front of the net. She skates it out of the zone, looking to try and get some options, but she's been well marked, surrounded by Snipers. Tries to go across the front, just loses the puck, and now it's the Snipers on the counter-attack. And they clear the zone, trying to find Krulak, but Krulak couldn't quite get onto it. Now it is Godfrey, who tries to get around everyone but doesn't, and stolen there by Butler. So not Butler, that was Carly Harvey. Harvey dumps the puck in deep, but it's just lost in the corner now. Agrathabel now putting some pressure on, so too Johnson. Agrathabel now picks up the puck for the Dogs. She's got Godfrey with her, and Godfrey picks the puck up. Godfrey will move into the corner. Agrathabel moving into the slot. Godfrey just has her pocket picked by a beautiful piece of back-checking work there by the Snipers' defence, but Godfrey still circling around, loses it to Defour. Defour tries to make the pass up, finds Danny Howe, but Danny Howe not able to get a handle of it as she's looking to get a change. And unfortunately for the Snipers who were looking for change, they've just iced the puck. And so they'll be brought back on the ice. Mark Ferrello right onto that, saying, sorry, no change for you. Come back, please. A couple of the Snipers saying, oh, it wasn't me. Yeah, it was. He saw it. So come back onto the ice if you don't mind. And they'll just get that all sorted out. And it is, you can just see there that being dragged back onto the ice, Danny Howe, she was pretty keen to get that change. But back on it. She'll take her time getting back to the face-off just to try and get a little bit of steam. She does get the puck from the face-off, though, but it's Cameron now with the puck looking to play it up. And she finds Johnson, who is dispossessed. And now here come the Snipers again into four. But Defour loses it up ice, and it is dumped in deep by Taylor Nelson, making it safe. Cameron now looking for Agrathable loose in the slot. Agrathable tied up. Now plays around the back of the net. The Dogs doing a great job of cycling around in that slot, but the Snipers doing a great job of moving back. They're all in deep, though, and they've played the puck up to Johnson, the Dogs, who dumps it in deep behind the net. They've got Cochrane in the net, in the slot, trying to be a threat, and she is. Just playing it in now, Johnson. But Johnson poked by B. Defour. Now she's going to have to race back quickly. Defour deceptively fast. As Johnson circles around, chips puck past her nicely. Manages to find Cochrane, but Cochrane's chip up only went as far as Raymondo. But now she has another chance to get up to four now, though. Gets past Bri Johnson, who just puts herself in the way. David and Goliath on that one. Dash almost got a chance, but a beautiful defensive play there by the outstanding work of Heather Ryland. And she picks up the puck around the back of the net. She's looking once more to play the puck into the slot. And they've got Agrathable floating around in it. As the Snipers with a good chance through more. She circles around, but she's blocked once more by Taylor Nelson. And the puck, the Dogs would dearly like to get it out, and see Cochrane gets it out, but only as far as Moore, who puts it back in, but referee's not calling that one an offside. Almost got it to Dash. And now it's Bri Johnson skating on her own. She winds and takes a shot, goes harmlessly left of the net. Now the Snipers with a bit of room. Dash looks up ice, sees on the rush. She's got Ryland and Krulak. Krulak just caught offside there was Jasmine Mayer. And we'll have an offside for the Snipers with 9 minutes to go in the second. Snipers 2, Dogs 1. This game being very exciting indeed. The face-off will be taking Godfrey for the Dogs with Dash for the Snipers. Godfrey wants to win this one and get that, bring that score back. They'd love to be 2-2 very, very shortly and get themselves back on even footing. One goal, not very big lead at all. It still does mean that the Dogs have to score twice to win. Mind you, there's still plenty of hockey to go. Is going in now to the corner. It's Tran. She tries to play it up the ice. Finds her partner in Grigolanis. Grigolanis finds Godfrey, but Godfrey couldn't quite get a handle on it. But persists through the corner, putting a lot of pressure on Ryland. But Ryland gets it out. And now the Snipers are coming again, looking to play it up the ice. They do, but only as far as Tran now, who has plenty of time to circle around and look for options. Tran with Grigolanis and some more help in pulling. But the puck comes across in front of the net there for the Dogs. But now they've got a bit of a chance to try and break it out. Good pressure, though, on the back check from Ryland. And it goes deep. Puck now being battled for by Pullen. Manages to just blast her way through everything. Plays the puck back off the backhand, finding more Dogs. And they're trying to play the puck up to the point if they can. But beautiful pressure by Kylie Harvey for the Snipers, keeping the puck in deep. But now it's Godfrey who just runs into, unfortunately for her, Dash's foot. And now Dash has a bit of space. She's got Dogs pressure on her, though. Nice work there. Grigolanis, who just shut her down. And now it's Godfrey with a little bit of room. Gets around one. Godfrey gets onto her backhand. Dispossessed. No hand up for any penalty. No, there is a hand up for a penalty. And we are going to have a Sniper sitting in the box for 2. And it looks like that will be Carly Harvey, who was trying to put the brakes on Shana Godfrey. And did, but unfortunately she pays a penalty for hooking. And so the Dogs with the first power play of the game. They will have 5 players on the ice to the Snipers with 4. Usually a pretty good opportunity to score a goal, but maybe it will provide some focus to the Snipers. The Snipers bringing out the big guns on the ice for them. is Georgia Moore, and we know how effective she can be. Minrang Yang tries to get past one and does. She gets past and takes a good shot on the net, Young. She got a nice one, but now she's pushed into the backboards, and it is played up ice hard by Cameron, who looks for Cochrane. Cochrane going deep in the corner, but Georgia Moore says, not on my watch. Circling around the back now. Godfrey shoots, and the puck loose in front of the net, but it is picked up there by Davis Tope, who makes it safe for the Snipers. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go on the power play. It's been one each way in this one. A beautiful piece of counter-attack. Opportunity for a short-handed goal there by Minram Yang. But it was not quite able to go. And the Snipers, however, with just over a minute to go in the penalty kill. Dogs with 5 on, Snipers with the 4. Can the Snipers clear it out, or can the Dogs get the goal that they would like to? Very nearly getting the puck out of the zone. Moore gets the puck, flings it all the way down the other end, send that puck to Moe. And now the Dogs will have to bring it all the way back. Going in to put more pressure on it. Yang just breaking everything up. And she's got with her Danny Howe also putting pressure on the Dogs. Dogs in an uncharacteristic position. They're not used to being stuck in their own defensive zone on a power play. So certainly something they haven't had an awful lot of practice at. But now they get a chance to come in. The puck comes across the front of the net. And now they play it back to Tran, who tries to fire it in, but being beautifully checked there by Minram. And the puck in the corner now. The Dogs just trying to break everything up. They take the puck behind the net, trying to get a bit of a wrap around, but it's held by Ramondo, doing a good job of forcing them wide. Puck comes across now to loose across in front of the net. It's still loose. Digging away at it frantically was Baker, but she couldn't get enough on it to get the puck past anyone. And with 10 seconds to go on the power play, on the drop of the puck, and this is where it gets interesting, on the drop of the puck, straight back onto the ice, will be Carly Harvey, and she'll be behind the play. So if the Dogs aren't alert, and the Snipers get a good chip, so she'll be on the ice on the drop of the puck. Watch for a loose puck to bobble up to her. If they can get it, keeping a very close eye on it though, Bri Johnson, if she's aware of the threat. It looks like she's not necessarily, as onto the ice comes the fast-charging Carly Harvey, but couldn't quite get the advantage of it. If they had won the face-off there, the Snipers, it would have been a great opportunity to get behind the Dogs' defence and blindside them, but it didn't work. It's always worth a try. And now up the ice come the Snipers, but the Dogs pick it off through Cochrane. Goes into the corner, blasting down to try and pick it up, Bri Johnson. And she skates around the back, but the Snipers now with DeFore just playing it back. A little bit of miscommunication, trying to find Harvey, but Harvey was just going the wrong direction. But they do manage to get the puck halfway out of the zone. Trying to pick it up again. Godfrey for the Dogs. Just having an epic battle tonight with DeFore. Taking a shot from a distance, Cameron. It went wide. Snipers just losing sight of the puck there. It went behind them. Circling around, a little bit of, again, miscommunication as the puck loose, bobbling in front of the net. But it is made safe by Davis Tope. And a little bit of push and shove. But we all get back on our feet. No harm, no foul. And a little bit of discussion going on with the referees with regards to that little past sequence of play. But nothing will come of it. And with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second, it's Snipers 2, Dogs 1. Shots on the net so far, 10 to the Snipers. Only the 1 in this period for the Snipers as opposed to 9 in the first. So this period has been much more Dogs dominant. But they haven't been able to get the score that they'd like to bring even it up. But they've certainly had more of the play. Coming back now, Pullen being pressed by Jackwitz. Jackwitz just caught offside. He knows it too. Dash was trying to get around as well, but just couldn't quite get the brakes on enough. Jackwitz with some nice play there. The Dogs uncharacteristically having to defend more than they like. Certainly that previous power play had them on their heels much more than they would have been expecting, taking the face-off for them now. It will be Agrathable. Agrathable and Dash. And just trying to chip the puck through as Dash finds B to 4. B gets around 1 and 2 with the puck on a magnet. Just manages to put the puck into Jackwitz, who's looking for Dash across the front, but they can't quite get the pass across. And playing the puck out of the zone there was Marion. And Dash flings it off a backhand in deep, but only as far as Pullen, who just looks to reverse the puck and does, trying to find some help, but waiting on a little bit flat-footed there, the Dogs in Nelson. Just lost possession of a little bit. And now Agrathable tries to play it back the ice, but the big hands of B4 wrap around Dash with chance in front of the Dash backhand, and Dash scores. Through the 5-hole, Sarah Dash, finally, she's been promising to do that for all season. And this time she finds the 5-hole with a beautiful little backhand. And not much that you can do. You see it from the replay here. Dash just picks it up. Gets it onto a backhand and just chips it through, and might have just gone slightly to the outside, not through the 5-hole, but either way, it ended up in the net. Those nets too, brand new for today. They've been repainted and rebagged, and so you want to get those goals. The Snipers now out to a 3-1 lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds to play in the first. Godfrey wins the face-off, gets it back to Tran. Tran looking up ice, being pressed tightly, finds her teammate in Grigolanus, but Grigolanus being harassed by Howe. Howe just keeping a lot of pressure on her, loses her footing, but enough pressure on her to manage to get a turnaround. But now it's Godfrey for the Dogs, circling around, looking for options. Carries the puck back, finds Baker. Baker desperately trying to not put her teammates offside, but it's Godfrey once more. No, not Godfrey. Just Grigolanus trying to put the puck across. It's loose in front of the net. Just bobbles off the post, but it is made safe by Davis Tope, desperately trying to put some body on top of it. You see, I think it actually comes off the post. Comes off Davis Tope. Yep, just bounces off the post there, and Tope manages to get something on top of it. It's all it has to be is a glove. And we will have just this final face-off before the end of the second. Dogs getting a change. They've got one chance here to try and get a goal if they can, to reduce the lead down to 1 goal. The puck in the corner now for the Snipers. They just like to clear the puck down the other end and finish this period with a 2-goal lead. Goes across the front. Snipers with the chance in Godfrey, but it is saved once more by Davis Tope. And that will round out the second period. Snipers 3, Dogs 1. A much better period for the Dogs in all ways, except for the one that absolutely matters, and that is goals. They got one in by Baker, assisted by Gallagher about 15 minutes in, with 15 minutes to go in the period. And it was a lovely goal there by Tara Baker. But Dash got her first one for the season. She's been threatening to do it all series, and she's finally broken the hoodoo. And it was B4 again involved in that one. So B4, she's been away for a while, but she's certainly showing what an asset she is in this game. She got the first one from Dash. She assisted the second one with a beautiful pass to Minran Yang's one-timer, and the other one for Sarah Dash with that lovely cheeky little backhand goal that she got with just under 2 minutes to go in the period. So the Snipers 3 and the Dogs 1. It's going to be a very interesting third period. The Dogs will not want to lose this one. They're undefeated this season. The last two times these teams played, the Dogs have scored 7 goals on both occasions. So far, just the one. Davis Tope doing an outstanding job in the net, but the Dogs' defence, so the Snipers' defence has been outstanding in their forecheck, putting so much pressure on the Dogs. They haven't been able to break out cleanly, and that's made an enormous difference. Just a bit of extra spring in their step and a bit more sparkle. And the Snipers, they know they're in this. Well, they've got a 2-goal lead, so that's a pretty good way to know you're in it. But the impact that Dufour is having and combining with the speed of Dash, and they are absolutely on fire in this game. Can the Dogs do anything about it? They will certainly do their best. It's a very, very powerful side, but they are most definitely missing Danny Butler and that attacking prowess, which just keeps the other team on the back foot all the time. Godfrey can do it, but when there's just one of you, it doesn't work as well. And we're about to get underway. We have 18 more minutes of hockey to go in this clash of the top team versus the bottom team, but you'd never know it because the scoreboard is showing the other way around. This is what we want to see, some really good, exciting hockey. And Minran Yang has been outstanding too for the Snipers, an absolute ball of energy. The feet never stop moving. Face-off one there by the Snipers. Nice, clean win by Danny Howe, but the puck goes in deep for the Dogs. Playing it up now at the ice. They try and find a lane, looking for Baker. And they managed to put the puck into their own bodies, unfortunately. They're caught on the boards there was Grigolanus. Not much he could do about it. Circling around now with some nice footwork, Taylor Nelson, which he's being tightly pressed. Puts the puck up ice, finds the feet of Baker. Baker loses possession of it. And just cycling around again, Grigolanus looking for another chance, but she finds Baker, who tries to put it across the front to more Dogs attack, but it's not happening for them at the moment. The Snipers back in numbers, and now they'll break it out, but not past Gallagher, who wisely just drops the puck back deep into the zone. But it comes out to the Snipers now. They have some time and space, finding Jasmine Mayer, but she's got no one with her. The Snipers getting a change. She goes into the corner and just waits for help. Plays it back up the line. It's charging in was Minram. And how quick she is. Mayer now trying to put some pressure on Gallagher, but Gallagher, beautifully timed pass, manages to find Butler, manages to find Pullen. Pullen races around, Pullen takes a shot. It's another one off the shoulder of Davis-Tope. Now Cochrane with another chance. She's being blocked by DeFore. Comes back to Cochrane again. And now driving the puck in, Johnson. Just doubling up there, the Dogs. And chipping it out was Georgia Moore. Cochrane coming in, B DeFore just chips it around the back of Mayer. Gets herself in front of it, did Bri Johnson. Brian's not very big, and B DeFore is a big unit. So a real battle there, but Johnson has had an absolutely outstanding season, putting pressure on everyone all the way through this game. Absolutely relentless. Now it's Cameron circling around up the ice, trying to find some room, and has a bit of space. Runs out of room as DeFore shepherds her into the corner. Tries to find the puck up to Cochrane, but Cochrane only could tip it in. As DeFore now chips it up the ice, but being tightly defended there. Cameron not taking no for an answer. Puck now into the corner as Cameron putting more forward pressure on. Moore finding Yang. Yang looking up ice. She's got DeFore on the stretch, but it's intercepted by Godfrey. Godfrey tries to get through Moore, but Moore is too strong. It just stands her up and drives the puck out. Gallagher now with a chance to just chip it in, but finds Moore's feet. And now it's B DeFore who will circle around with Jackwitz. B DeFore skating up the middle. It's got Jackwitz up the slot. Jackwitz puts the brakes on. DeFore gets around one, goes forehand, backhand, finds Jackwitz, but couldn't quite get the tip on. Puck still loose, comes around the front. Now it just goes around the back of the net and is trying to break the puck out desperately. It was Agrathabel. And they do get it out of the zone, the Dogs. Great pressure, but going back now to pick it up is Harvey. Harvey plays it wisely up the boards. Agrathabel finds it, but couldn't keep it in. And looking for an option, plays back to Gallagher. Gallagher now looking for options. Hasn't got anything in front of her. Gets picked by Danny Howe. Howe has Krulak driving into the slot, but Krulak couldn't quite get onto it. Driving in, the Dogs try to clear it across, but only across the front of the net. It's one of those risky cross-ice defensive shots. Very lucky there. Taylor Lester lost sight of it, I think. And she might have copped a stick on the hand the way she's just waving her hand around. It might be in a little bit of pain there. We'll see that on the replay. Looks like something's happened with her in particular. She's maybe caught the puck on the thumb or something like that. That does sting. And referees just calling a little brief interlude while that gets sorted out. 14 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the third. Snipers with a 3-1 lead. Dogs desperate to get it back. They don't want to lose any games at all if they can avoid it. No one ever does, but certainly they don't. Baker now with a bit of room. Driven in the corner there. 3 Dogs, two Snipers there pressuring her. And now the Snipers looking to clear the puck out of the zone, but they don't get it out. It comes in across, but Georgia Moore gets a little bit of soccer practice and just kicks the puck out of the zone. Nicely done by Georgia, showing all of her experience and skill and what you can use on the ice. Just stuck there in a little bit of a board battle, and there's going to be an interference call, and that's going to be on Bri Johnson, who will do 2. And it looks like she interfered with the progress of, I think that might have been Jasmine Mayer, who got tangled up. And so Bri Johnson will sit 2. So the Snipers with the power play. And we know the Dogs have got a very effective, or at least they have had a very effective, what you call a power kill. It's their first power play, sorry, their first penalty kill of the game. It's only the second penalty of the game, and you certainly don't want to take them for granted. They get very focused, the Dogs, on this in this situation. Going back now to pick it up for the Snipers was Heather Ryland, just wisely putting the puck in. This is a great opportunity for the Snipers just to make sure nothing gets scored in 2 minutes and put more pressure on the clock. As Ryland goes back, just loses it in her feet. She's going to have a little bit of forechecking pressure, but Minrang Yang now, with time down the middle, comes blasting through the slot, takes a shot from a distance. Lester makes it safe to flex up high, but still in play. Snipers with a good opportunity to force, circling menacingly around in front of the slot area. Goes back now to pick it up. It just gets just slightly past her. The Dogs looking to just dump the puck down the other end if they can and run the clock down, but that's not really what they need. They need to score goals, but you're always in that vulnerable position. Now the Dogs manage to break the puck out, and it is Pullen who gets around the check of 1-2, but no goal. Baker very nearly the recipient of a beautiful pass there by Pullen. Pullen showing you that she's not just a D, that's for sure. She can do just about anything. But the Snipers got in the way of it with sufficient bodies and volume. And Davis Tope makes it safe. The Johnson penalty with just the 40 seconds to go on the drop of the puck. Can the Dogs get it in? That's what they need. They've got to get one past Davis Tope now. Godfrey looking back to Gallagher saying, I'm going to pass the puck up to you, get a shot away quickly. And she doesn't win the face-off though. She's beaten there by Danny Howe. And the referee and the linesman just getting a little bit in the way. Raimondo now gets tangled up, and it's Godfrey not quite able to get a handle on it as Harvey goes back to clean it up. Godfrey still causing hassles for the Snipers on the penalty kill, and it's shot on the net taken by Cochrane, but it goes wide. The penalty with just 5 seconds to run. Puck across the front of the net now, but it's picked up by the Snipers in Danny Howe, who plays it up to Jackwitz. Jackwitz tries to get around Cochrane, but can't. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey as Cochrane battles with Raimondo on the boards. Getting past it now, though, is Shana Godfrey, but she's poked beautifully by Harvey. And then back up the ice, the counter-attack comes, but picked up by Bri Johnson straight out of the box. Chips it through, tries to get past everyone, but instead the puck gets to Jackwitz. Played up the ice there by Dash, but there's no Snipers around. Dogs with a little bit of time and space. Agrathable now, but stolen by Dash. Just gets a stick onto it to B to 4. B winds a slap shot, fires! And it is saved by Taylor Lester once more. This time it's Dash in the corner trying to play it back, but there's Dogs in numbers. Dash now looking to put the puck up the ice. Finds bodies of Snipers, but no one can get a handle on it. Around the back of the net now, Johnson. She backwards and forwards trying to find a lane. She's got Agrathable now and finds her. Agrathable looks up ice. There's no one there. Georgia Moore now couldn't keep it at her feet. Just comes out the back. Being very tightly pressed though. And the Snipers now under pressure, but now it'll be back up to the ice. And they clear the zone, and it's Dash now with a chance with a bit of room in front of her. She's got to beat 3 Dogs. She's got Minrun Yang with her though. Minrun just gets tangled up in Agrathable stick. Now the puck played up the half boards by the Dogs, but only as far as Ryland, who is playing an absolutely beautiful game. She dumps it in deep and goes off to get a change as the shot taken by Dash goes wide. They're getting keen on the slap shots, the Snipers. 9 minutes to go and a 2-goal lead. They can afford to try and fancy it up a little bit, but they want to keep the focus on and score goals. Puck in the corner now. Dash being ridden hard, but it's a little slow to get to their feet. And the puck lost behind the net for the Dogs, who will break it out. Agrathable now circling around, but couldn't clear the puck. It's lost in the corner. As the Dogs in numbers trying to defend. Cochrane looking up the ice for the pass from Pullen, but it only goes as far as Harvey. Harvey pressed by Agrathable. The puck lost by Minrun Young, and it comes back to Gallagher, who tries to fire it through everyone. And it's going to go for an icing. No, the referees wave it off. So Raimondo plays it around the backboards, trying to find some support. Cochrane now circling around in front. Can the Dogs get the shot that they would like? The puck held in and just kept in with a nice backhand by Johnson, but only as far as Raimondo, who tries to clear it up the ice. Finds Jackwitz, but Jackwitz can't control it. Now it's Godfrey around the back of the net trying to get past everyone. She's got Cochrane with her as well. And just circling around Paige Cameron, looking threatening, but not able to get the puck to her just yet. Now it's Godfrey, but running into her own teammates. And Raimondo will chip the puck up ice. There to clean up the mess, though, for the Dogs was Gallagher, but not quite enough. It comes out now. Heather Ryland tries to put the puck across. And it is Jackwitz driving the puck in. Cameron throwing a little bit of body around. But, referees deciding that that's fair enough. And now trying to clear the puck out of the zone. Just cheekily getting the puck past Godfrey was Heather Ryland with a lovely little between the legs move as Gallagher now circling around, tries to find Baker and does. Baker with a bit of room. She's got to get through Ryland, gets around her. She's got puck now, winds, shoots. Stick in the way, blocked. Gallagher with a chance, chips it in high, bounces, bobbles in. One of those little tumbling muffins, but it won't go. And the puck cleared out of the zone. Or it would have been if the referee hadn't got his feet in the way. Couldn't quite get out of the way there, Mark Ferrello. Ryland now skates around the back of the net. She's got Godfrey putting pressure on. Doesn't get the puck out. Comes as far as Baker. Baker chips it back in. Godfrey trying to get control of it. Dash manages to clear it out of the zone. But it's back in now for the Dogs. It now lost behind the net for them as playing around the back now. Georgia Moore with a bit of time. Tries to find the player up the ice. But the Dogs keep the puck in nicely. Moore with another chance. This time she just waits, has a bit of a look, finds Dash on the stretch. Dash can't keep hold of it though. And now it's back to the Dogs' defence, playing it up the ice. Tran finds Georgia Moore in the wrong colour jersey. Moore now has room in front of her, but not as much as she'd like. Uncharacteristic position for Moore. She skates around the back of the net, puts the puck in front. No one there to take the shot well enough though. Dogs in numbers. The puck goes across the front. Nice play there. Defoe being dangerous as always. Now the puck in the corner deep. Moore going off to get a well-earned change. 6 minutes to go in the third. A two-goal lead, to the Snipers. The Dogs clear the puck out, but only as far as Raimondo, who looks up ice, tries to find Harvey. And we have a whistle for something. As Defoe and Grigolanis give each other a little bit of a friendly push and shove. I think they might know each other pretty well. But regardless, the face off there, just poked through by Dash, trying to get it past Godfrey. Maybe what might have been what Godfrey wanted as well. But Raimondo now for the Snipers, looking up ice, finds Defoe, who brings the puck back into her own defensive zone. And, just a little bit of confusion, but now she's got a bit of room. She's being pressed by Agrathable, but plays the puck up the ice, finds Dash on the boards. Dash with 3 Dogs in front of her. She's got a nice screen, takes a shot. Lester makes the save. Puck still loose in front of the net. But Dogs just starting to throw the body around a little bit, being fairly physical, and they need to be. As Agrathable now plays the puck up, tries to find a teammate in Gagnac. Gagnac takes a shot across the front of the net, but it's saved there by Davis Tope. And now it is Jackwitz with a bit of room. Jackwitz skates up. Jackwitz has with her Raimondo. Raimondo in the slot, but the puck goes around the back into Taylor's glove. And we have a save. And with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third, the Snipers 3, the Dogs 1. Shots on the net so far this period. 8 shots to the Snipers, 3 to the Dogs. So the ice has swung the other way, certainly in the favour of the Snipers. They play back up the ice. But, nice aggressive forecheck there, Cochrane, but not quite enough to get past Georgia Moore. The Snipers now would love to get another goal and just put a bit of insurance on this 2-goal lead that they have. Puck in the corner now, being ridden by Brian Johnson. And a little bit of push and shove, reminiscent of a little bit of rugby scrum. Cochrane now breaks out, tries to find Paige Cameron. Cameron races into the corner, but Cameron being pressed tightly by Ryland. Ryland giving her no room at all to move. And in the end, the Snipers managed to clear that one out, and it's played out nicely by Danny Howe, who just chips the puck into space. Not with any particular passing option, but there was a good chance there for the Snipers just to create a bit of momentum. Jackwitz now gets a stick on it, just loses it in her feet. It comes back out now. Moore finds Ryland. Ryland with a bit of time, just chips the puck in, and it only goes to Brian Johnson, though, who looks up ice looking for Cochrane up the other side and manages to find her, but Cochrane just dumps the puck in and rims it around the back of the net. But it's going to go to Ryland, who has a little bit of time now, and now the Snipers with some space. Yang chips the puck up, but kept in by the Dogs. Now it's brought out by Dash. Dash has some room, tried to find Defoe, but went behind her. Puck goes deep in the corner, and it will go for an icing. If you're a Sniper, you're not worried about this because it's running the clock down. We will go to stop time, and we have, with 3 minutes to go, you'll notice the clock has just stopped. It's because with a 2-goal or less difference, with 3 minutes to go in this competition, the clock will stop with every stoppage. So from now on, a blow of the whistle is not on your favour if you are a Sniper. You want to keep the puck in play and run the clock down rather than kill it. Now the Dogs looking to try and get another shot on the net. Just some good play, but they very nearly looked like it might have gone in from here, but it bounced over the back of the net. And the goalie in Davis Tope makes the save from some good play there by the... But Talia Nelson got a nice shot in from a distance, but it wasn't going to go in. And then with a little bit of confusion in front of that. You never know what can happen in that circumstance. Throw the puck on the net and just see what happens. Taking the shot in, but it just kind of dribbles in. Godfrey tries to pick it up and wrap it, but she couldn't quite get enough on it to get it past Davis Tope, and in the end, no shot at all. The Dogs now with possession chipping it in, trying to find Godfrey, but it's DeFore who intercepts it and just dumps it deep in. She knows all she has to do is just keep running that clock down. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the period. The Dogs, with all the work to do, they have to score 3 to win and 2 to get it back to a tie. The Snipers looking pretty good at the moment, but here come the Dogs with numbers, but it's Raimondo for the Snipers, just allowing some time to get her teammates to get back, and she does, and as a result, the Snipers back in numbers. DeFore looks up ice, finds Dash. Dash being chased by Godfrey. She's got no one with her as the Snipers get a change. Dash just holds up on the boards. Godfrey gives up on the pressure. Dash will make the change now as around the back of the net, Bri Johnson has a little bit of room. She looks up ice, sees Snipers in front of her, not too many choices, but she gets round one. She's still got to get around Ryland. Sorry, Carly Harvey. And she doesn't. Harvey, in the end, wins that little battle, but it comes back up high to the Dogs, and that's Grigolanis with the puck at her feet. And she'll be looking to try and play it up to Johnson on the point if she can. Johnson free. Not calling for it, though, and the puck out now to the Snipers. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Here come the Snipers again. It's Danny Howe riding around the back, but Neve Gallagher makes it safe. Godfrey looks up ice, tries to find the passing lane. Gets one in Baker, but not enough to do anything useful with it. And playing up the ice now, Gallagher manages to clear the puck up, and it comes out to Grigolanis again. Sorry, that was Marnie Pullen. Marnie with the puck in the corner, but she's being pressed by 2 Snipers. They're not going to give them any room. 1 minute to go. 2 goals the lead. The Snipers are looking good at the moment, playing the puck up the ice, but it only goes back to Johnson, who looks up ice, tries to find an option herself. Hasn't got one. He's beaten there on the boards. And now the Dogs running out of time. Pass by Johnson, just managed to find Pullen, but Pullen can't quite get onto it, and she's beaten there by Ryland, who just dumps the puck in the corner. And with 30 seconds to play, here come the Dogs on another rush. Can they get one more and just put themselves a little bit higher up on the board? I don't think they need to worry too much about it. Dash now tried to get it past, but it's picked up once more by Cochrane. Cochrane loses the puck at her feet, and a wall of Snipers. There's 5 of them back there, and playing around the back of the net now, Dash. Dash circling, goes back the other way, looking up ice. What options does she have? She doesn't need too much, just the 10 seconds to go. Dash now with possession. She holds it against the boards, but she's still got Cochrane. Cochrane tries to find play, and Pullen shoots. Pullen misses the net, and it's all over. The Snipers have won 3 goals to 1 against the Dogs, against the run of the form of the series. But that's what happens in this game of hockey. The Snipers came out tonight. They were on a mission. They were absolutely on fire. The difference made by B DeFore with the intensity that she brought. And finally, rewarded for all her effort through all of the games she's played so far, Sarah Dash with 1 as well. Shots on the net, though. 19 to the Snipers, 18 to the Dogs. Snipers all the flow in the first period. They were all over the game. But in the second, the Dogs came back hard and everywhere that counted except for the scoreboard. On the scoreboard, it was 1-1 goals in the second period. So the first goal scored by B DeFore from Dash. The second one, Min Rang Yang with an absolutely highlight reel one-timer from B DeFore. And then the Dogs got one back early on in the second through Tara Baker from Gallagher. And then Sarah Dash broke the drought, managed to stick one in the net from, again, B DeFore, who featured in that one as well. And that set us up for a 3-1 victory to the Snipers. No goals in the third, but it was pretty intense, as they're all trying to do everything they possibly could. Bri Johnson did 2 minutes in the naughty corner for body checking, and Carly Harvey got 2 for hooking, desperately trying to slow down Shana Godfrey, and she did exactly what she needed to do. Very exciting game indeed, that one. It could have gone either way, but the great thing about it was one for the Snipers and a win that they desperately needed to get themselves on the board. Coming up later this evening, we have the Women's Tier 2 game, and that will be at 9:30-ish, give or take, and that is also between the Snipers and the Dogs. And then our next round of the Women's Pro League is the highlight round, and it's next Saturday the 10th of August at 4 o'clock here at iceHQ. It's the Inferno and the Dogs, and the Inferno on fire as well. They have they've found their form as well, and they've got some real power. And the Dogs will probably still be without Danny Butler, and as you can see, their ability to score significantly diminished without Butler on the ice. Not that they're a weak team by any stretch of the imagination, not one-dimensional, but Danny Butler is such an incredible player and such an incredible scorer. He makes such an amazing difference. So the Snipers will have the bye next week, and the Inferno and the Inferno will be playing the Dogs. I can't wait. Bring it on.